Right, we're going on a trip to the coast because I need to see the sea. So you might be wondering why on a slightly gloomy, random January Sunday we've decided that, yeah, we're going to go 2.5 hours to the beach. Simple answer, the ocean's calling, I guess. I don't know, the story really is that we miss the ocean. So I used to live in Cornwall, and my partner, who's very lovingly filming, used to live in Plymouth. And whilst we were at university, it really sort of stuck with us, and we've always felt drawn to the ocean. And you can't really explain what that feeling is in words, but it just sort of feels like I have to go and be in the sea. Nowadays we live in London and everything's sort of very disconnected. You're very far away from nature. We used to live sort of near Richmond Park, which was amazing, but since moving house we are sort of in the middle of nowhere in terms of nature. There's not really a lot around us. It's very built up, it's very busy, and I work in central London 5 days a week, pretty long hours. I work in the film industry at the minute, and yeah, I'm tired and I want to see some nature. I need to touch the ocean. I feel like that's going to help me at least feel a little bit better and, you know, help me to breathe again and prepare me for another week back in the city on and off tubes. So I think that's really the purpose of a trip to the beach. But I don't know. So this is Durdle Door, which I've actually not been to before. Please try and ignore the fact that I am wearing a dry robe. I forgot to bring my raincoat with me, and I had this in my car from when we went on holiday or something. Okay, I'm not a dry robe, I promise. It's just so pretty. Like, I've got sand in my shoes, which, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but you know what, I actually don't care. This is so much better than walking around the streets of London. I feel like I can breathe, and I think that's the biggest thing really, is just the fresh air. I love the sea air, I miss it so much. I miss Cornwall every single day when I'm walking around, I'm on the tube early morning, and just this was my life. Like, and it's so nice to be able to come out, to be fortunate enough to come out on a weekend and just spend time by the coasts. I think it's important that people spend time in nature. It's healing, especially by the ocean. There's a quote that I like, which is, we all have the same percentage of salt in our blood that there is in the ocean, and when we return to the ocean, we return home. And I think that really speaks to me, and I think it's true. I think a lot of people sort of notice the healing quality that the ocean has when you actually get close to it. It's sort of, all your worries just seem to wash away with the waves, and I want to do more of that. I'm going to go and touch the sea. Okay, here we go. Please don't get my feet wet. Please don't get my feet wet. Hey. Oh. I could sit here all day. I did it. One thing that is sort of, it's better about coming at this time of year is the fact that you don't get the massive amount of tourists that you would normally get in the summer. So you can enjoy the space with it being nice and quiet. The downside is the weather. It is raining, it is cold. Don't really mind.
It's not going to stop us.
You are?
It's not going to stop us.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to stop us. And I think in terms of, because this is a music channel after all, this is what sort of is supposed to be the main focus of the channel. I'm very sort of inspired by nature in the music that I make. If you could sort of give it a listen, it's all about, especially with Beautiful Moments EP, that was all about the seasons. It's supposed to be like a journey through the seasons, so each song corresponds to, well, a season. And it's just wonderful, the planet that we live on. And I find it very upsetting when I see people dropping litter and abusing it. We need to protect it. It's important. We're starting to head back to the car now because it is getting more rainy. And we don't want to get caught out if it starts to chuck it down, even though we are sort of wearing waterproofs. These aren't really that waterproof. I don't know. But we do need to show you one thing that we did find. So one thing that Daisy actually pointed out to me is these. If you're a marine biologist or something of that sort, please tell us what these are. We know they're egg casings, maybe for a ray or something like that. But yeah, if there's any marine biologists watching, please let us know. They are empty, just to stress. But another thing that we found is plastic, and it's everywhere. It's all the way up the beach. So we're actually taking this back up to the top where the bins are to dispose of it properly, because this is what's killing the planet. The thing to notice as well with this sand is it feels different underfoot. It's not normal sand, it's more of like a silty texture, and it's sort of almost like when you step on snow. It's a very sort of similar feeling. It sort of crunches underfoot. It's quite nice, quite satisfying. The weather's definitely getting worse now, so we are definitely going to head up to the top. We're back at the steps. It's quite a long way up. We made it back up, and we're now throwing away all of the plastic that we found on the beach. And we're a little bit out of breath as well. It was a very steep walk. Here we are now, we're back at the bug, and that bird very nearly landed on it. That's a very scary bird. And there we go, there's the view. It's a pretty steep walk back up. Took it out of us a bit, but you know what, it was worth it. We've had a really nice time. So now we're going to hop in and try and find somewhere to get some food. Hello again. So there's quite a lot that you missed in the jump from being in Dorset now to being back in London. So after we got back to the car, we went to Weymouth and we thought, oh, maybe there'll be, you know, somewhere to get fish and chips, whatever. In the end, we decided against that. We just had a little walk round, and then we went for a carvery on the way home. It took us about 2 and a bit hours to get back up, and now we're here. And we're very tired, but you know what, it was a really nice day out, and I would definitely recommend people do something like that with their weekends. So I'm now going to get ready for the week ahead, and sending love to you all wherever you are in the world. Stay safe.